Hello, my name is Daniel Perry, and in this video I will be discussing the Newport Jazz Festival, which was the first music festival to bring jazz to Rhode Island and continues to do so today every summer. The Newport Jazz Festival began its run in 1954 when Elaine Lorillard, an American socialite, and her husband Louis Lorillard financed the organization by hiring a festival organizer, a man by the name of George Wein, known as the most important non-player in jazz history, for his dedication to the Newport Jazz Festival, as well as many other festivals. It first was held at the Newport Casino in Rhode Island. It was mainly developed as a way for Elaine to have something to look forward to while living in Rhode Island for the summer. This first festival saw a turnout of nearly 13,000 people and was seen as a major success by festival goers and newspapers and magazines alike. There were performances by Billie Holiday and Stan Keaton, which allowed viewers to see multiple dialects of current jazz music at the time. When it came time to plan the festival the following year, organizers had to find a new venue because the Newport Casino decided they would not host the festival due to it not standing up so well with the large crowds. Therefore, organizers had to split the festival into two locations: receptions and workshops at nearby Bellecourt, and the music performed at the stadium of Free Body Park. At this point, some citizens of Newport had mixed feelings about the festival. While there were many younger fans, lots of whom were students from the area as well as from afar, supporting the movement, there were also many established upper-class citizens from the area who did not necessarily have the same appreciation for jazz. At this time, there were many jazz musicians and fans whom were of color, which in the 50s and 60s, given the current racial unrest, may have been an underlying reason for this lack of jazz appreciation from local citizens. Young festival goers of the time were camping out, some without tents, causing major traffic congestion downtown, and also disturbing the peace in and around the city. However, the festival continued to grow as the years went on. And after a few more successful years of the festival, the 1960 Newport Jazz Festival turned violent. As the National Guard and police had to be called in, the festival had to be shut down due to the large disturbances that were occurring. The actual reasoning for the disturbances is not completely clear. However, racial tensions were high at this time, suggested it played a big role. In that same year of 1960, an opponent jazz festival hit the road just down the street from the Newport Jazz Festival in Rhode Island. It was started by two African-American jazz artists, one named Charles Mingus and the other Max Roach. They did this as a way of standing up against the differentiation and payout at the Newport Festival to those jazz artists who were defined as mainstream versus innovators. This distinction in title was often due to race and was normally followed with rage, so therefore played a big role in the tension around the jazz industry at the time. The following year of 1961 did not see a Newport Jazz Festival due to the problems that arose the prior year. However, George Wein resumed the festival in 1962 as his own independent business venture. A couple years later, in 1969, the festival took a slight turn and decided to fuse together jazz, soul, and rock music, which had never been seen before, and brought with it a new audience. The turnout to the festival shattered records but brought havoc as people who were unable to get a ticket formed together on a nearby hillside and caused surges and broke down barriers and caused total destruction. It was so chaotic that Ween announced their headliner performance for the next day, Led Zeppelin, would be canceled. This caused many people to not come back the following day. In return, Led Zeppelin was in fact able to perform. The year following the shift in the music dynamics of the festival, Ween decided to revolt back to the old ways of just simply jazz by stating, "We need a good jazz rock group on the program, if only to encourage the young musicians interested in combining the two forms. Maybe next year we'll find the right balance." However, he continued to stay with jazz, and in 1972, Ween moved the festival to New York City, but later brought it back in 1981 to preserve the Newport Jazz Festival legacy as well as trying to embody the original name of the festival. So currently, this is where the Newport Jazz Festival still annually resides, in Newport, Rhode Island. giving viewers from around the world a consistent look into contemporary jazz as it continues to mold and grow around modern-day society.